What's the latest on Juan Soto? What position will Alex Bregman play going forward? The answer might surprise you. Are Shohei Ohtani's pitching days over? Which top contender is thinking of trading for Nolan Arenado? And are the Brewers about to trade their closer? We'll answer all of that and more on a new episode of The Buzz. Watch until the end. First up, it's official. One of the best pitchers in the world is coming to MLB and he's only 23 years old. The Chibalate Marines have confirmed that they'll post Roki Sasaki, allowing him to field offers from all 30 MLB teams as early as this offseason. If you haven't heard, Sasaki's pitching arsenal is downright lethal. He regularly clocks triple-digit fastballs, plus a nasty splitter and slider combo that has scouts buzzing. At just 23, Sasaki's journey to MLB is more complex than a typical free agent. Due to his age, Sasaki is classified as an international amateur, which caps his contract to a minor league deal and limits how much MLB teams can offer. If the Marines had waited until he was 25, Sasaki could have signed a huge deal like fellow Japanese ace Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who recently joined the Dodgers for $325 million last year. But Sasaki's eager to make his MLB debut and compete on the biggest stage, even at a reduced salary. This move adds high drama to the offseason. Sasaki's minor league deal does not prevent teams from promoting him to the majors as early as this season, and you can bet clubs are already strategizing how to make space within their limited international signing pools to land him. While favorites like the Dodgers, Padres, and Yankees are eyeing the star pitcher, Sasaki's appeal is broad, from iconic franchises to emerging clubs willing to trade for extra signing bonus space. A national star in Japan since his high school days, Sasaki threw a legendary 19 strikeout perfect game in 2022 when he was only 20 years old, and he averaged over 100 miles per hour in the 2023 World Baseball Classic. MLB teams know they're getting a true phenom, although Sasaki's durability will be tested with MLB's longer season. But with his elite skill set and willingness to jump to MLB early, Sasaki's imminent arrival promises to shake up the league in 2025. But let's turn this over to you. Do you think it's a foregone conclusion that Sasaki is going to the Dodgers? They currently have the most international money to sign Sasaki. Or do you think he'll go to another team? And if so, where do you think he'll sign? Post your thoughts in the comments below. Next, get ready for one of the most high-stakes free agent showdowns in baseball history. The Mets and Yankees are about to go head-to-head for 26-year-old superstar Juan Soto, and it's shaping up to be a battle of the billionaires. With Mets owner Steve Cohen setting his sights on the outfielder, he's making the trip to Southern California next week for an in-person sit-down with Soto and his agent Scott Boras. But it's not just Cohen in the mix. Other team owners are also gearing up to meet with Soto and Boras, including the Yankees' Hal Steinbrenner. The Mets have been rumored to be all in on Soto for months, and with major contracts coming off their books this offseason, they have the financial flexibility to make a serious push. Known for his deep pockets and hands-on approach, Steve Cohen is no stranger to courting big-name free agents. He even flew to Japan last offseason to meet with pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The Mets missed out on that one, but they're determined not to let Soto slip away too. But it's not just about money, it's about the allure of New York. Soto knows the Yankees well after a standout season in the Bronx where he immediately became a fan favorite. The Yankees are eager to bring him back, with general manager Brian Cashman ready to meet whenever Soto's interested. The question is, will the big market Yankees have the edge, or will Cohen's aggressive moves in Queens win the day? Adding another layer of intrigue, Soto could be in line for a record-setting contract, possibly pushing $700 million over 10 years, which would surpass Shohei Ohtani's monster deal last year. This isn't just any free agency, it's a once-in-a-generation event that will shake up the MLB landscape. And with the Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Giants, and even some smaller market teams like the Rays showing interest, the competition for Juan Soto will be fierce. For the Mets and Yankees, securing Soto isn't just about landing a star, it's about making a statement. The Mets want to build on their recent success and keep up with their New York counterparts. Meanwhile, the Yankees are desperate for a World Series win after a long drought, and they believe that Soto could be an important part of their next championship reign. So get ready for a free agent frenzy. The race for Soto is just getting started. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Next, Shohei Ohtani's 2025 season just became a whole lot more complicated. After battling through the World Series with a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder, Ohtani has now undergone arthroscopic surgery to fix the issue. The injury occurred when he dislocated his shoulder trying to steal second base in Game 2 against the Yankees. Despite immense discomfort, Ohtani fought through it, finishing the series but clearly struggling, hitting just 1 for 11 in the final games. Now, as the Dodgers star prepares for the 2025 season, there's growing uncertainty about his return to the mound. While he had been making progress on recovering from his second major elbow surgery, this shoulder procedure throws a wrench into the pitching timeline. Though the surgery was on his non-throwing arm, rehab for this kind of injury is no easy feat, and it could delay his return as a two-way player. Ohtani's quest to pitch again, especially during the Dodgers' opening series in Japan, now seems less certain. This added rehab only intensifies the intrigue around Ohtani's future, as he had been gearing up for what promised to be a historic 2025, both as a hitter and potentially on the mound. For now, fans will have to wait and see how this setback impacts his return to being one of baseball's most iconic attractions. Next, Nolan Arenado could be the key missing piece the Yankees desperately need, with trade rumors swirling around the 8-time All-Star and 10-time Gold Glove third baseman. Despite a slightly down year offensively in 2024, Arenado remains an elite defender and could provide the consistency the Yankees have been lacking at third base. New York's 2024 season revealed serious struggles at third base, with most of the production coming from Jazz Chisholm Jr. after he was acquired mid-season. Chisholm, who posted a respectable 2.1 WAR in just 45 games at the hot corner, could slide back to second base if Gleyber Torres exits via free agency. This move would free up a spot for Arenado, whose bat, though not as explosive as it was in previous seasons, still boasts impressive power and clutch potential. With the Yankees potentially missing out on Juan Soto this offseason, Arenado becomes a logical backup plan. His contract still has a hefty $52 million remaining, but the Cardinals could be motivated to eat some of that salary in exchange for valuable prospects. Arenado's value isn't just in his bat, which, while not as powerful as his MVP caliber years, is still highly productive. Throughout his career, he's been a consistent 20-plus home run hitter and a leader in the field. Moving Chisholm back to his natural position at second could set up the Yankees with a revamped infield, while Arenado's presence would add a much-needed spark to their lineup and definitely on defense. This is the type of move that could transform the Yankees roster and elevate them from contenders to favorites. So could Nolan Arenado be the trade target that finally puts New York back on top? Only time will tell, but the potential is too intriguing to ignore. Next, is Alex Bregman on the verge of a position shift? The Gold Glove third baseman, fresh off in an award-winning defensive season, might just be suiting up at second base in the near future, and his recent elbow surgery could play a key role in this potential change. Bregman's performance at third was electric last season, earning him career highs in both outs above average and fielding run value. However, as a free agent, he's reportedly open to the idea of switching positions, something multiple teams are already keeping an eye on. His agent, Scott Boras, recently confirmed that several franchises have asked about Bregman's willingness to move to second base. Given Bregman's recent right elbow surgery, moving to a position that demands less of his throwing arm could be a smart call to preserve his fielding ability. Historically, Bregman's arm has been serviceable but never elite at third. Had the Astros not had Jose Altuve holding down second base, Bregman might have been shifted there years ago. Now, with a few games at second under his belt from early in his career, the position may offer him a more sustainable long-term fit, especially given the looming uncertainty around his arm strength post-surgery. And while the Astros remain the front-runners to bring him back, other teams like the Tigers, Mets, Nationals, and Yankees are keeping close watch on this situation. And there might even be some other teams that enter the mix, like the Mariners and Giants, who are also looking for a new second baseman. In a free agent market filled with top-tier second basemen, Bregman's ability to flex between third and second could give him an edge. With other players like Willy Adames open to position changes, Bregman's added versatility could mean higher demand and higher bids. And when Scott Boras is in the conversation, that's the end goal. Whether he stays with Houston or joins a new team, Bregman moving from third to second could redefine his future role on the diamond. And in the event that his elbow doesn't fully bounce back, second base might just be where Bregman finds his new home. Next, speculation is buzzing that all-star closer Devin Williams might be on the move after the Brewers declined his $10.5 million option for next season. While Williams remains in arbitration with an estimated salary of around $9 million, and with one more year before hitting free agency, Milwaukee's general manager Matt Arnold is not closing any doors. Known for his strategic approach that earned him the Executive of the Year award, Arnold's open-minded stance could make this offseason very interesting for the small market Brewers. Williams has been electric, posting a jaw-dropping 1.25 ERA and locking down 14 saves and 15 chances over 22 appearances this past season. Naturally, this performance has caught the eye of teams ready to bolster their bullpen. Teams that are already rumored to be circling include the Tigers, Dodgers, Giants, Rangers, Yankees, Red Sox, and Cubs. But if you're betting on a frontrunner, keep an eye on the Tigers, Dodgers, and Red Sox, who have many of the trade assets that the Brewers might likely crave in a potential deal. Whether he stays in Milwaukee or gets a fresh start elsewhere, Williams is about to be one of the hottest bullpen names in baseball this offseason. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Hit the like button down below. Then take just 1 second of your time and make sure down below that you are subscribed to this channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.